You are going to get yourself arrested. Nobody's
going to get you arrested. So here we go. Trisha was still setting the frame, and that is why you saw Trisha really dash out of the frame. Just like in the morning.
Fourth wall has been broken.
No. When Mitchell Stark was bowling, Usman Khwaja was trying to do that. Dart out. But welcome. So you want to join us as well? You're not joining us?
Trisha so Mayata kati
I'm eating. I'm good.
You're still eating.
Travis said zero korbe. I agree with the birds.
Okay, so Gargi, Ogni, and me. India just finished, not yet finished.
No, they're
still going actually. They're still going. An intense net session behind us at the MCG. Rohit Sharma batted quite long. Jasprit Bumrah bowled. Quite a few people. He also batted.
And Virat batted for a long stretch. Huh?
Virat batted for a pretty long while, and there's some issues with the crowd again. But those are nuances. But let me get to the moot point. How did Rohit Sharma look to you?
Gargi?
Oh, starting with me. I think when you talk about Rohit Sharma, I don't think a lot has changed. I don't think we're seeing a huge drastic change in what we've been seeing from the past net sessions or past practice sessions. That's what he said as well, that he's not changing his preparation, that nothing has changed in his approach, but it all matters what he does on the field, and that's where it's been lacking. Yeah, that's where it's been lacking. And Rohit Sharma, I think it doesn't look any different from what we've been seeing for the past net session. What about you, Agni? What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. And two things we would really like to highlight from the Rohit Sharma press conference as well, apart from the Rohit Sharma nets.
Let Rohit also give us a bit of a thing before he goes for his Hindi live.
Rohit, please
closely देख रहे थे. बताइए थोड़ा सा रोहित और विराट दोनों का बैटिंग.
विराट को अगर आप देखोगे तो आई थिंक शुरुआत में उनको एक बैक टू बैक डिलीवरी में अग्नि भी थे वहाँ पे, इनसाइड एज लगा, एक आउटसाइड एज लगा,
वही
चीज करने के लिए जा रहे थे वो. और आज उनका स्पेसिफिक इंस्ट्रक्शन था, अगर आप हर्षित राणा, प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा और एक ऑस्ट्रेलियन नेट बॉलर था जो गेंदबाजी कर रहा था, उनको वो यही कह रहे थे फोर्थ और फिफ्थ स्टंप की लाइन पे मुझे गेंदबाजी कीजिए, बट वो ड्राइविंग लेंथ पे नहीं मांग रहे थे. वो थोड़ा सा जैसे आप बैक ऑफ लेंथ वाली डिलीवरी बोलते हो वो बॉल वो मांग रहे थे, और ड्राइव करने के लिए जाते हुए एक दो बार उनके एजेस लगे. बट ओवरऑल अगर हम देखेंगे तो नॉट दैट बैड. मतलब जब आप दोनों को कंपेयर करते हो, रोहित शर्मा अगेन थोड़े से रस्टी लगे, थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगा रश कर रहे हैं शॉट की तरफ, बहुत वो चीज उनको लगा. आए भी बैटिंग करने के लिए बाद में. इंपॉर्टेंट चीज ये थी कि दोनों बॉल से उन्होंने बैटिंग करी है. पहला ही जो गेंद आज उन्होंने खेला वो बिल्कुल जैसे आप बोलते हो रेड चेरी था, बिल्कुल नया बॉल था, और एक थोड़ा सा स्लाइटली ओल्ड बॉल था. रघु उनको स्लाइटली ओल्ड बॉल से बॉल कर रहे थे, तो उन्होंने स्पेसिफिकली उसको इंस्ट्रक्ट किया कि आप थोड़ा सा बेहतर बॉल लेकर आइए, इससे गेंदबाजी मत कीजिए, क्योंकि वो बहुत ही सॉफ्ट बॉल था. तो उस वजह से वो दोनों तरह की बैटिंग उन्होंने करी. थोड़ा ज्यादा बैटिंग अगेन मेरा सबसे बड़ा सवाल वही है कि रोहित शर्मा बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नेट्स में, एक वो जो दिन था, जो पहले दिन उन्होंने यहाँ पर आकर बैटिंग करी थी, ऑलमोस्ट 2 घंटे बैटिंग करी. आज अगर आप विराट को देखोगे, विराट ने सिमुलेशन में बैटिंग नहीं की है. वो और दिन सिमुलेशन में बैटिंग करते थे, आज वो सिंगल अपने आप बैटिंग कर रहे थे. पहले उन्होंने जो है वो फास्ट बॉलर्स को खेला, उससे पहले थ्रो डाउन्स वालों को खेला, और उसके बाद स्पिनर्स को खेला, फिर वापस जाके थ्रो डाउन्स को खेला. तो 1 घंटे से ज्यादा का टाइम स्पेंड किया है उन्होंने नेट्स में. 3 डिफरेंट नेट्स में उन्होंने स्पेंड किया है. बट जब आप रोहित को देखते हो तो रोहित ने एक ही नेट्स में बैटिंग की और बॉलर्स को नहीं खेला. मेरा सबसे बड़ा मसला वो है कि वो फास्ट बॉलर्स को नहीं खेल रहे हैं, वो स्पिनर्स को खेल रहे हैं, वो थ्रो डाउन्स वालों को खेल रहे हैं, लेकिन वो प्रॉपर जैसे आप बोलते हो, क्योंकि बुमराह लेटली आज बुमराह ने थोड़ा सा जैसे आप बोलते हो बाद में बॉलिंग करी, रादर देन कमिंग एट द वेरी स्टार्ट. उन्होंने शुरुआत में गेंदबाजी नहीं की थी. आज बुमराह ने बाद में गेंदबाजी की. उसके बाद भी उसके बाद भी रोहित बॉलर्स को नहीं खेल रहे हैं. ये एक है, फास्ट बॉलर्स को नहीं खेल रहे.
Your observation from the nets?
Observation from the nets, I think Rohit has said it spot on. Rohit Sharma not playing against any of the bowlers. I think everyone has a way of practicing ahead of a match. But when we talk about Virat Kohli, I think he looked very good. Yes, in the beginning, like Agni and Rohit said, that he got a few edges, but apart from that, I think he looked solid. And when you talk about who's looking the best, I think it's KL Rahul. It's KL Rahul, obviously.
Yes, it's true. I did not watch too much of KL because I was standing behind Rohit Sharma. He looked circumspect to me. He looked circumspect to me even against the throwdowns. When Nuwan was throwing Rohit, he was okay, but not the best that you can see. But at least he was there. He was there, he was trying it out. But let's address the elephant in the room. Is India going in with 2 spinners?
Difficult call, Boriada, because we saw Nitish Kumar Reddy back for a long stretch in the nets.
Even Washington Sundar.
Yeah, Rohit Bhai was also there. And what's important and interesting is Nitish Kumar Reddy also had a long ball at the nets. So Nitish Kumar Reddy batted and bowled
he
in
was
the nets.
bowling in the
Yes,
first
yes, he was bowling in the nets as well. Same for Washington Sundar. Washington Sundar, in fact, as far as I remember from today's net session, Washington Sundar bowled to Yashasvi, he bowled to Kale, he bowled to Rishabh Pant. So Washi had a long bowling outing against the top class batters. So Washi bowled as well. We did not see Ravindra Jadeja in the nets. I saw Jadeja
No, he was
probably he was batting.
When he said hi
Yes,
to me, he was
yeah,
batting.
yeah. So Jadeja was batting. We didn't see Jadeja bowl in the nets that much. But that is the situation. So probably India is also playing with the Aussie psychology a tad bit. Rohit practicing with both the old and the new ball. Both Washington Sundar, Nitish Reddy getting a good batting and bowling in the nets. So probably they want to keep the Australian think tank guessing. But from the Australian POV, head coach Andrew McDonald made it abundantly clear he did not assure about a Scott Boland spot. But the way Scott Boland even bowled today in the nets, abundantly clear that Boland will be replacing Josh Hazelwood, that too at his home ground. And Andrew McDonald has said it officially in today's press conference that Sam Constance will be making his debut in the Boxing Day test. So no such indications from
2
India.
spinners possible?
थोड़ा सा मुझे मुश्किल लग रहा है ये देखते हुए कि मतलब अगर आप मौसम देखोगे तो 40 से आज अगर आप देखोगे वेदर अपडेट्स तो 35 आ गया है ऑन डे 1
थोड़ा सा कम हो
गया है घास बहुत है कल जो क्यूरेटर की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस थी उसमें भी वो बहुत बहुत ज्यादा इसको लेकर के एक्साइटेड नहीं लग रहे थे जब उनसे पूछा गया कि आप स्पिनर्स के रोल को किस तरीके से देखते हो यहाँ पे और रिसेंटली अगर आप मैचेस भी देखोगे इस ग्राउंड पे जो हुए हैं तो फास्ट बॉलर्स के लिए काफी असिस्टेंस रहता है बट अगर इंडिया को ये लगता है कि हम जो है रविंद्र जडेजा की स्पिन से बहुत कुछ नहीं निकाल पा रहे हैं जहां पर उनको थोड़ा सा असिस्टेंस चाहिए होता है इन ग्राउंड्स पे उनको असिस्टेंस नहीं मिलेगा तो श्योरली यू नीड समवन जो कि थोड़ा सा ज्यादा पोटेंट हो इन सारी चीजों के मुकाबलों में जब आप जडेजा से वॉशी को कंपेयर कर रहे हैं और वॉशिंगटन कहीं ना कहीं विद द बॉल आपको ज्यादा हेल्प दे सकते हैं रविंद्र जडेजा के कंपैरिजन में तो अगर उन्हें ये लगता है कि इस विकेट पे चौथे दिन या 3.5 दिन के बाद से कुछ ना कुछ हो सकता है तो फिर वो शायद वॉशी को ला सकते हैं बट अगेन नीतीश कुमार रेड्डी को बाहर करना एक बहुत बड़ा फैसला होगा कर सकते हैं बट मुझे ये लगता है कि अगर वो खिलाफ में चला गया आपके अगर वो अगेंस्ट में चला गया आपके तो फिर डैमेज कंट्रोल बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा क्योंकि ये टीम जाहिर सी बात है अगर ये वाला टेस्ट मैच हार जाती है तो फिर आप सीरीज नहीं जीत पाओगे और सीरीज नहीं जीत पाने का मतलब ये है कि आप कहीं ना कहीं जो गलतियां करते आ रहे थे इस सीरीज में वो अब तक इसीलिए बहुत ज्यादा छुपे देखिए पिछले टेस्ट मैच में भी हम ऐसी पोजीशन में थे इजीली हार जाते अगर बारिश नहीं हो रही होती तो कहीं ना कहीं हमारे साथ थोड़ा सा वो लक का राइडर रहा है कि हम ब्रिस्बेन टेस्ट मैच जो है वो ड्रॉ में एंड हुआ तो मुझे लगता है कि लोगों का वो जो गुस्सा है वो एकदम से फूट पड़ेगा अगर आप नीतीश कुमार रेड्डी को बाहर करते हो और रिजल्ट आपके अगेंस्ट आता है क्योंकि नीतीश कुमार रेड्डी वन ऑफ द बेस्ट परफॉर्मर्स रहे हैं आपके अगर आप टॉप 3-4 परफॉर्मर्स देखो इस सीरीज में तो वो बेस्ट रहे हैं
May I add just one point, Boriada?
Sure.
Yeah, because I think it's also the high time the Indian team management, backs players and focuses on specialized players. What head coach Andrew McDonald of Australia said very clearly in today's PC. Andrew McDonald said, we know Lyon has not performed up to the mark in the series. We trust him to do well at MCG and SCG. Lyon is our best spinner. We will play him irrespective of the conditions and we'll continue to back him. This comes from the Australian head coach in the press conference today itself. So it's very important, you choose your number one spinner. And this was an issue I had with the Indian team management as well. Boriada, I've said on the show multiple times. What happened?
Rohit's going for him.
I've said on the show multiple times, Boriada, you have to pick Ravichandran Ashwin. He simply makes the cut because he's your number one spinner. And after Ashwin is gone, 100%, 110%, Jadeja is your number one bet. After the knock he played in Brisbane with the ball as well, if he's bowling in the third innings, fourth innings on day 3, 4 or 5, he can be a very potent weapon at MCG. So it's high time the Indian team management, stops tinkering with the combination. They have to play Jadeja, and I don't know why is this question coming up, Jadeja and Sundar or Jadeja or Sundar. Jadeja has to play at any cost. And going by the form, Nitish Reddy has to play because he's been holding your batting at number 7 and 8.
So you don't see Sundar?
I don't see Sundar. I will back Nitish Reddy 110%. He's been doing fabulously well.
I'm sort of two minds about it because you have to look at the conditions. How can you not look at the conditions and change your playing 11 accordingly? Yes, you want to go in with your best playing 11, but at this point, everyone's very very strong in the squad. no matter who it is. Even the backups are very strong. Look at Nitish Kumar Reddy. Look at the way that he's come in and performed. And I still can't make up my mind about whether or not India will go in with two spinners. I think that's the reason why we're seeing both Nitish Kumar Reddy and Washington Sundar bat and bowl in the nets for extensive periods. Maybe, do you think they've not taken the call yet?
I think they've made up their minds. I mean, the kind of mid-pitch press, kind of rather not press, mid-pitch interaction that
Yeah.
we've seen with Bumrah and Rohit and Gautam and Ajit Agarkar. By the way,
May you have the visuals, please, as
if
Boryada
you guys
speaks?
have the stills, yeah, play the stills. Of the mid-pitch conference of the Indian. There you go. There you go. That's what you are seeing currently on your screens. I think the photograph is taking a bit of time to load.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the one. There's Jasprit Bumrah, Rohit Sharma, Gautam Gambhir, and Ajit Agarkar. Gautam Gambhir taking a look at the wicket. Jasprit Bumrah taking a look at the wicket. This was a long interaction, by the way. Close to about 35-40 minutes. Trisha, myself, and Gargi, we were there in the stands at that point. Ogni was watching the nets outside.
I was watching
Virat bat.
Yeah.
And this was a long one. But four players who kind of underperformed so far in this series, who will have to step up. One, Rishabh Pant. Because Rishabh Pant is so critical to this side in terms of the impact that Rishabh can have on a game. Exactly what Travis Head is doing. 1 hour of Rishabh Pant will be that kind of impact. The Travis Head kind of impact. Sadly, he's got a 20, he's got a 30, and then he's kind of got out. Rishabh Pant will be absolutely key for India's chances this match. Gandhi.
And this is something Rohit Sharma spoke about in the press conference.
Acha, he said this?
Yes,
Okay.
he's
Yeah,
spoken
yeah,
about
there's this.
Rishabh Pant,
Shubman
Yashasvi
Gill.
Jaiswal, and Shubman Gill. And he said he made it pretty clear that he's not meddling with whatever's happening. He's not too worried about their performances because he believes that when it comes to youngsters, he said that Yashasvi, Rishabh, and Shubman are in the same boat.
Mhm.
And he said that when it comes to these players, the management and the coach, and of course Rohit Sharma as well, are very conscious about how they approach these players and their approach to the game, because they don't want to overcomplicate things for them. He made it very clear that they know what their expectation, that they know what their responsibility is, and what the team expects out of them, and set themselves to very high standards. But Rohit Sharma said the same thing. We're not saying too much. We don't want to complicate things for them.
But at the same time, Rohit added one line, Boryada, which is very crucial to what you just said. Rohit said, if you're in, it's very difficult to get in these conditions, to get your eye in. If you're in, you have to bat for a long stretch. You cannot get out in 20s and 30s. This is a point I think Rohit highlighted multiple times in the PC, exactly what Boryada was saying. If you get your eye in, Boryada, 20, 30, clearly the captain is saying it's not enough. You have to go on, you have to make a daddy 100, you have to go on and make this a big score, because getting yourself set in these conditions is not an easy task. Boryada?
Okay, what is the super? Yeah, that's exactly why I opened the phone, because it's otherwise. No, I can't. Lost my eyes. Please confirm about Gill injury on Siraj ball. No
Nothing
major
happened.
issue, right?
Nothing
No.
happened. He started batting instantly.
Started batting instantly. The physio came for just a couple of seconds to have a check on Gill, and Gill was fine. He batted for a long stretch.
Didn't even check anything. Didn't even-
He batted for a long
Nothing
stretch, so nothing to worry, nothing to be
Okay,
scared
so
of.
Gill injury is done.
Gill is playing.
Any other this thing I have missed? No.
Yeah, one more super chat.
One more. What is that thing by? What is this?
In our last two wins at MCG, we played two spinners.
That is exactly what we were talking about. That in the last match you had Ashwin and Jadeja. Is that a kind of a possibility that you go in with a Washington Sundar? And I think whatever anyone says, it is a possibility.
In fact, Boryada, I think it is a very shocking decision. I may say it today on the show. I found the decision to take very, very strange for Ashwin to retire ahead of MCG this season, because these two grounds
No, I think India would have gone with Sundar, and
really,
yeah, they would have communicated that. They would have communicated that,
They have
and
chosen Sundar
they
over
have chosen Sundar over
and
Ashwin.
they would have communicated that, and that is because of the batting. The fragility in the Indian batting is such at the moment that
You need number 10 and 11 to save a follower.
You need, one, and secondly, you need a number 7, number 8, who is perhaps a better batter. Now, you can say Ashwin has got hundreds and
Six
all that.
test hundreds, yeah.
But having said that, and Ashwin, when you say a Washington Sundar or a Ravindra Jadeja, you will possibly say is a better test match batter. So that was, by the way, I spoke to Ravi Ashwin at length yesterday, and he's got family. So I said, "Are you watching?" He said, "Of course I'll watch." And he wished Tanush Kotian the very best. He said it will be excellent experience for Tanush Kotian because he's the future to be able to come and join this team now. But answering this question, I do think two spinners, don't rule it out. No one's saying that Nitish Kumar Reddy will not be playing.
I have a
But-
question, so I'll be part of the live now
Come.
with my question.
May I just interrupt you once more?
No.
I interrupt the game, not you. So the Tanush Kotian point that he was making, so this is what Rohit Sharma said in the press conference today. In Melbourne and Sydney, you need a backup. Kuldeep is not fully fit. Aksar will not travel as he just had a baby. Tanush is a good option for us, showed his ability in the domestic cricket. One of the reasons why Mumbai won Ranji Trophy this year, good addition to the team. This is what Rohit's statement.
Yeah, and very fair statement, but he's not playing.
Tanush is not
come as a
playing.
He's clearly a backup, yeah.
According to me, I will say it's a 50-50 call at this point between Washington Sundar and Nitish Kumar Reddy. Because whatever anyone says, Nitish Kumar Reddy has scored his runs lower down the order when the pressure was not there. The pressure was not there because India has lost top order wickets. So Nitish Reddy was going for his shots and got the runs. So whether it's that 6 over third, whether it's the kind of mid wicket, big six there, one obviously that reverse scoop kind of shots. So it is different. You know what? It is different to score when you know that the top order is not there, the pressure is less. No one's taking anything away from Nitish Reddy.
But if you take that Brisbane innings, Boryada, 15 of 62, 63 balls, surviving that 63 balls along with Jadeja.
Yeah, but would you say that Washington Sundar would not be able to do that? When you're comparing a Nitish
Actually,
Reddy,
the sample size is too small for Washi. That's the problem.
no, but he's done that, right? He's done that
He's
too
done
many
that.
times.
The
and
Gabba test?
This
he's-
Gabba,
yeah, and even in Perth, when he batted with Virat in the second innings, India needed that partnership. He got a 30. He got a 30 even in this series in the first test match. He got 2 wickets. He got a
Boria,
30.
your view on Tony Jones calling Virat a bully?
By the way,
Who
who's
is Tony Jones?
Who is Tony Jones?
Dean Jones said, "Huh?"
Virat a bully?
Huh.
People have called me a bully. In fact, I've served the ban for 2 years because I was called a bully. So how does it matter?
Stirred up the honey.
No, who is Tommy
is
Jones?
Tony?
And by the way, if Virat bullies the Australian attack into submission,
Oh, we love it.
we love it.
Yeah, that's
That is
Give
the
us some more details. No?
yeah. Who is Tony Jones? Give us
Give
some
us
more details of
my
Tony
friend.
Jones.
Give us some more
But
details.
here's my question: if Vashi plays, that's why I came in the live. Do we bring in Nathan Lyon in the picture more now that we have more left-handers in the lower middle order?
Washington Sundar has played spin very well.
Yeah.
And if you see the way he sort of goes inside out over extra is a shot he's perfected. And
Tamil
plus
Nadu
with the wrist-
cricketer, the pitch is yeah.
plus with the wrist. And remember that shot where he actually looked down and hit him over long on for a 6 without even looking at the ball. You remember the shot?
Yeah.
According to me, the best shot of Washington Sundar's career.
Yeah.
Looking down and the ball goes there. Unbelievable. That Shardul Thakur Washington Sundar partnership. I don't think Nathan Lyon is that big an issue for India. What I also think is Washington Sundar does give India that option of the ball, the spin against a Travis Head, against a Alex Carey, against a Mitchell Stark. So Australia also has a number of left-handers. Usman Khwaja, but Usman Khwaja hopefully will not survive till the time Washington Sundar comes into
In fact,
bowling.
Usman Khwaja was
Usman
really
Khwaja
struggling in
was
the morning.
Usman Khwaja was the only batter who
Who
was
looked at
looking
all
comfortable
sorts.
against spin
Exactly.
and not against pace.
He
And
was
very
looking
interestingly,
all over the
Boryada,
same.
Yeah.
and very interestingly, Boryada, Manas Labuschagne consistently tried to
Can
be
you
reverse
remove the
switch.
hoodie?
It's windy.
No.
Yeah, but he doesn't have long hair.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
Gargi was wearing- I would have understood.
What
What are you talking about?
is
If Gargi was wearing a hoodie, I would have understood that, okay, her hair,
The
long
hair
hair.
going,
What
yeah.
about you? You have hair as short as mine.
No, the hair is not a problem. The problem is the thanda.
Come on, Ogni.
Come on, it's
The-
not
the problem
not
is-
cold today. It was
It's not
yesterday.
cold,
But a
Yeah.
breeze is blowing. Breeze is
In
blowing.
fact, if you go into the sun, it's quite warm.
Yeah.
It's actually very warm.
By the way, the temperature is no longer going to be 40. It's about 35 now.
Channel
on day
7 biggest anchor famous man
Why is
said
it
Virat is a bully. Channel
One
7
second,
yet
one second,
again.
one second.
Channel
Who
7.
watches Channel 7? I don't know. Number 2, why are you taking a Channel 7 anchor so seriously? Channel 7 is the same television broadcast network which went after Virat Kohli in that airport, skirmish.
Oh.
And so
Yes,
they have an
that's-
agenda.
Oh.
So they have an agenda. Then they said Ravindra Jadeja does not want to take questions in English. Then they said India doesn't want to entertain Australian journalists. So they have an agenda and they are peddling that agenda. How does it matter?
Boryada, please tell us about your conversation today with Siraj at the G.
Bolo bhai, you were there.
Yeah, I was trying to crack a joke in between, but they were having a very serious conversation. I
And he
think.
was saying dua.
Yeah,
Did it land?
yeah, I was the only one laughing, so no.
So no. Crash.
Brother, what was the joke?
I think he was saying something on dua, and I cracked a joke on something
अच्छा,
related.
चलता हुआ भैया, भैया,
Yeah,
something like- Of course.
And you will see, Mama has actually grabbed that, exact moment. So where I'm looking like,
মামা আজকে কি করেছে
But
শুনুন,
Rashid,
মামা
Yadav
আজকে
দৌড়োয়।
কি করেছে শুনুন, sorry,
Oh,
sorry.
oh,
The way
oh.
he runs.
মামা আজকে শুনুন, মামা আজকে কি করেছে, বিরাট কোহলি যখন ব্যাট করছে পুরো নেটটা ঘেরা, মামা দেখি ছুটে 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 আসছে, আমি আর তৃষা বসে ইংরেজি বাংলার প্ল্যান করছি, মামা দেখি ছুটে ছুটে আসছে, নেটের এইটুকু ফাঁক প্রথমে মাথাটা গলিয়েছে, এইটুকু
swear he
ফাঁকে
should have got
I
stuck,
swear,
Maryada.
তারপরে সেখান থেকে ফোন ঢুকিয়েছে, এখানেই শেষ নয়, তারপর ফোনটাকে অলমোস্ট জালের সঙ্গে ঠেকিয়েছে, এই করে ক্যামেরা ধরে আছে এইটুকু ফাঁকের মধ্যে দিয়ে, আমি আর তৃষানা দেখছি কি হচ্ছে, তারপর বুড়িয়াদা আমাদেরকে লাঞ্চ করিয়েছে, বুড়িয়াদাই বলছে মামা কোথায়, মামাকে ডাক, আমি মামাকে ফোন করলাম, এখন হিজ বার্গার হ্যাজ গট কোল্ড, এবং বুড়িয়াদা মামাকে ডেকেছে, মামা বলেছে রোহিত যতক্ষণ না প্র্যাকটিস ছেড়ে যাচ্ছে ততক্ষণ আমি বার্গার স্পর্শ করবো না, আমি অন্য স্পর্শ করবো।
Yeah, he was the one who said, I'm
He was
hungry.
the one who said, very hungry, please কিছু খাও, come on, what
But
happened?
I had a really nice croissant at the MCG cafe today.
We
It was
had some
really
good
nice.
coffee.
We had some good coffee as well. I had a nice croissant.
Travis
For
had
him, the
injury
food is
update.
still there, see?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
food has got cool.
Travis had injury update.
No injury.
Travis had injury update কিছু নেই, and Andrew McDonald very clearly said in the press conference they will be issuing a medical bulletin. But as of now, he's more or less certain Travis
Look,
will play. in the
somebody
Yeah,
was
he was
batting
back.
at the nets for close to
45 minutes, yeah.
What happens?
I mean, if he had a medical issue, he would not turn up.
And he took serious throwdowns.
The only good part, what I thought was he was not middling the balls right away. He took a little time
took a
to
little
settle
time.
in.
He always does that. There have always been plays and miss. The ball just
Oh,
passed the outside
Sam
edge.
Constance, by the way, in the third net, Constance was asking Sean Abbott, I think, to bowl short to him. And he was getting completely bundled up. So what
he
is
was
this
also trying to do was-
unfazed?
Trying to do was he was trying to play these reverse
Yes.
laps. I mean, so he's
Against short balls.
No,
foolish
Yeah.
ball. So imagine Sam Constance boxing day test, 100,000 people. He will play a lap to Bumrah.
Why are people running? Why are people running? What happened? Oh, the players would be coming out that through
That
that
must be
side.
the bus. Yeah. Arey baap re, look at that. Look at that.
Yes.
Look
Can
at
you
that.
see? Can you see?
Can you just reverse the camera?
Yeah.
এদিকে দেখে রেখে দাও।
Ah. No, wait.
আরে বাপ।
দৌড়বো চলো দাও দৌড়ো দৌড়ি চলো, এই দৌড়চ্ছি, এই চলে গেল, আর দেখিয়ে আনছি সবাই দৌড়চ্ছে, আরে সবাই দৌড়চ্ছে, দেখুন আপনারা, বিশেষ খবর, সবাই দৌড়চ্ছে, ক্যামেরা দৌড়চ্ছে, ইন্ডিয়ান টিম দৌড়চ্ছে, বিশেষ খবর।
But why is everyone okay? Fair enough. Now go. Start talking.
আবার নিয়ে দৌড়বো?
No. No. People are running. Where are they running to, Buryada?
আরে ইন্ডিয়ান টিম বাস বের হবে।
Are you on?
Yeah.
তা ঘুরিয়ে দাও নাহলে কিছু বুঝতে পারছি না।
আরে দেখো না, আমি তো দেখতে পাচ্ছি তো।
আর ইন্ডিয়ান টিম বাস বেরোবে, তাই জন্য দৌড়েছেন, চিন্তা করবেন না, ইন্ডিয়ান টিম বাসে কেউ না যায়, ড্রাইভারের সিটে দেবাশিস সেন বসবে, ওখান থেকে এবার ক্যাপচার করবে, মামা শিওর টিম বাস ক্যাপচার করতে গেছে, এবার
Actually don't know.
মামা শিওর ভিজুয়ালস ক্যাপচার করতে গেছে 100%।
I mean, he should come and have his meal.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
But coming back
Yeah.
to more important
Just-
questions. 5 takeaways from the Australian nets, 5 takeaways from the Indian nets.
প্রেস কনফারেন্সটা আমি বলি,
বলো।
নেক্সটটা তোমরা বলো।
Okay, done.
Done.
So you start 5 takeaways from the Aussie nets.
Ozines, I think I'll start with Scott Boland. I'll start with Scott Boland because he hasn't been bowling to a lot of batters.
Yes.
But
Why do you think that's the case?
I think he's just channeling consistency. You know, like some batters prefer to only do throwdowns or only do knockouts. I think Scott Boland must have something like that. Not sure. Of course.
No, yes,
can't.
of course. He was doing a marky bowling because
Yes.
he was
With the
marking the
cones.
spot. Yes.
He was marking
And
the
then
spot.
what he did was, very interestingly, he removed the cones and he started bowling, in the channel, but this time without the cones to look at. So he just wanted the wickets and to bowl in that place.
And
So I think generally you do that when you're trying to find that spot and want to stick to it every single ball consistently. I think all of us, I mean, all bowlers have done that practicing, which Boland was doing, but also the amount of bowling that Scott Boland did, I think he'll get longer spells. That was very clear because he was
So
bowling.
is this debate settled? Scott Boland and not Jai
Yes, of
Richardson?
course.
Absolutely,
100%.
absolutely.
Jai Richardson was coming in from quite wide
Yeah.
of the wicket and then was getting the ball to pitch and move away. So he was getting the ball to move a little bit outswing and beat Steve Smith a couple of times, but
Scotty Boland, 110% MCG.
The biggest indicator is the fact that he's been bowling for so long.
True.
He's bowling for the entire session, so I think that's your biggest indicator.
so then we know the Australian team more or less.
Yeah.
So because they've not announced it yet.
No. They'll
So
announce it
McDonald
tomorrow.
said they will announce it tomorrow officially in the
Pat
Pat Cummins
Cummins.
press conference.
Yeah, by the way, tomorrow
So
morning
Sam
we will all be
Constance-
here. We'll all be here because Australia will do their press conference and will be that Christmas day when they'll all be dressed up in Santa hats and their wives and kids come. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing. Australian wives and kids and
আমার
family.
ট্র্যাভিস হেডকে ভালো লাগে না, ও সেন্টা সাজলেও আমার ভালো লাগবে না।
Come on. I mean,
ভালো লাগে না আমার ট্র্যাভিস হেডকে।
ভালো খেলছে ছেলেটা।
আমার ভালো লাগে না ওকে। He's a
anyway,
permanent
hello.
player.
So Scott Boland is one talking
Yeah.
point. Sam Constance the other. What about the other three talking points?
The other three talking points, I think Manas looks good. Manas and Steve looks good. What
Manas?
else? Manas
I-
is okay.
I think
Manas was
Manas-
trying reverse sweeps against spin, Trisha.
Yeah.
That was
That-
one very
that
interesting
was
takeaway
one
for
thing
him.
that he was
And he was
practicing.
consistently trying it.
Yeah.
I mean, he got beaten a couple of times, but he was trying the reverse sweep against spin.
Then I think, like Trisha said, I know she was joking, but Pat also looks solid with the bat.
I think that looks
Yes,
the most
actually.
solid among all the batters.
You know, Pat
And I'm
Cummins
not
played.
lying.
Pat Cummins
Pat
played pace
Cummins
really
played
well.
Pace so
Real solid
well.
killers. Solid.
I
bhalo
thought
bat-
the most important talking point was the way Mitch Stark.
That I was
Yeah,
coming
of
to
course,
that.
of course.
course.
That's your main point.
I was leaving
I
that
think
for the
Mitch
last.
Stark was scary to see him bowl
It was
like
very
that.
good.
What are you doing?
Washington Sundar খেলবে কি extra spinner? We have addressed
Yeah.
that already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've talked about it at length. Possible, very possible. Let's give it a 50-50 shot.
And oh my God, what a spell Mitchell Stark bowled to in the
Oh.
next Starkey.
And right after that, he was, again practicing
Yeah,
the
this
spring.
is important. So he comes in alone. He was alone. Pat Cummins was doing a media interview when Trisha met Pat Cummins and clicked a picture. But Mitchell Stark was inside alone. He comes, he kind of soaks it all in, and then starts doing these 50-60 meter sprints by zone. Did at least about 10-15 of them, between 10 and 15 of them. Kept doing one side, walking back, again a sprint. And it was kind of a man on a mission, Mitchell Stark.
Absolutely.
Kind of man on a mission, and he knows that if Australia has to win the Border Gavaskar Trophy, he is the man. He's the go-to man. No Hazelwood. Means he's the senior pro who Pat Cummins will entrust with the job.
And the main wicket taker.
100%. And see, if very few, you know what the problem is? On a very, very important. Finally, the man is there.
See, look what I have got.
Arey bhai,
I'm
what
already
have you
scared.
got?
ক্যামেরা দেখিয়ে দাও লাইভ
এই সব জিনিস এটা সব এক্সক্লুসিভ ভেতরে অন্য কেউ রেকর্ড করছিল না রোহিত শর্মা
না ঠিক আছে লাইভ চলছে চাপ নেই ক্যামেরা দেখিয়ে দাও
পুরো 2 মিনিটের ভিজুয়াল আছে টুইটারে চাপাও ইমিডিয়েটলি
না ঠিক আছে টুইটারে চাপাও বলেছে কি অসুবিধা কি
আরে বাইরের ভিজুয়াল প্র্যাকটিসের থরি
কি
দুনিয়ার
করছে?
দুনিয়ার সবাই নিয়েছে
আচ্ছা, calm down, calm down.
Okay, so
You guys continue, please.
Let's adjust the volume.
ইন্ডিয়া ক্যাপ্টেন রোহিত শর্মা
let's put it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Devashish also, and Trisha's just going to put these visuals out. ASAP, we will put the visuals out. Devashish, please have your lunch first.
তোমার বার্গার ঠান্ডা হয়ে গেল মামা বার্গার ইজ মিসিং ইউ
Okay.
Okay,
so
have it,
first
have it,
I
have
was
it.
talking about the
Yes.
Indian.
First, the point that I was trying to make to you, and this is an important point. You know why Mitchell Stark is kind of difficult? Because India doesn't have anyone who can simulate that.
Absolutely.
You have a Nuan who will throw in an angle. You have a Raghu who will throw in a particular angle. You will have a Nuan who will do this and go, this and go. But Mitchell Stark from there and he gets the ball to move. You will not be able to simulate that in the Indian nets with anyone. So you don't get to play Mitchell Stark kind of bowling. How do you train for such a unique person?
And honestly,
That's
Bodia,
the
the
problem.
Australian left-arm net bowler was
No.
no
Mitchell
match.
Stark is so unique because I was watching closely today and then he was training inside And I thought to myself, how does one prepare for him? How does anybody prepare for a star? He's getting the ball to Banana. He's getting the ball to come in. He's pitching it there and the ball goes out like this. And at 140, 45, 43 Ks,
His pace has been really good this
plus
summer.
he's getting the ball to sort of kick up from a length. Mitchell Stark has been, for me, the standout Australian performer at the nets for sure. We'll talk for
Plus with that height, Boria.
Oh, that's what I said. Indian takeaways, 5 Indian takeaways between Gargi and Opening.
So I go first. Number one takeaway, major takeaway. I would like to say for Indian nets, Virat Kohli batted for an extremely long stretch, and Kohli did something unique today. So he was batting in front of 3 stumps. He put a bat out in the 4th stump region, and he consistently asked the faster bowlers. So he started with the likes of Prasidh Krishna and Harshit Rana. Then he faced a bit of Jasprit Bumrah as well. Then he faced some Mohammad Siraj as well. And he consistently asked the faster bowlers to pitch it or to hit the bat. So he consistently asked the faster bowlers to get the ball on that corridor of uncertainty, that 4th stump, 5th stump channel where he has struggled. Yes, Kohli initially didn't middle a few balls. Yes, he got an inside edge. Yes, he was chasing initially, again outside the off stump. But slowly as time progressed, he settled down and he started leaving very well. That's one major takeaway for me from the Indian nets today. Kohli is leaving the balls outside off stump really, really well. Gargi, takeaway number 2.
Takeaway number 2, I think Shubman wasn't looking as good as we wanted.
I didn't see him there, so you can.
Yeah, no, I don't think Shubman Gill looked particularly solid. Neither did Rishabh Pant. So is that a concern? We don't know. We can't judge someone's batting or their form by one net session. But all that matters is they come in and perform. And like we have been talking about, Rishabh Pant is one of the key components here at the MCG, and it's going to be of utmost importance that Rishabh Pant comes in and puts in those performances. I think Shubman Gill hasn't been able to convert those innings, has been stuck in those 20s, 30s, but we need something from the bowlers.
And this is what I'm saying, that this is what Indian captain Rohit Sharma has highlighted abundantly in the press conference today. It's not easy to get in these conditions. Once you get in, it's not enough to score a 30 or 40. You have to make it big, Boria. He said it multiple times. He said that about Gill.
That's what happened in 21 with Ajinkya. Ajinkya got that 100, and Jadeja got that 60 odd, and the match was set. Because India was losing wickets consistently before Ajinkya comes in and scores that 100 as the captain's knock, and Jadeja gets that 50-60 runs, and automatically India kind of takes the match in control. That's how it happened. Hi. Good. Nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you.
So yeah, that's also one of the takeaways. And I think the third takeaway would be Jasprit Bumrah bowling in the nets, Gargi, because
I didn't see much of him.
You didn't see Bumrah much. Okay, so I'll just say something. Before Bumrah arrived, India was practicing with the likes of Bumrah was the Indian batters were practicing with the likes of Harshit Rana.
Nice. So tell us, what did you watch at the nets? Tell us.
I watched Rohit Sharma play.
Okay. And what did you think of him? Was he good? Was he middling the ball? Was he doing what? Be alive. Tell our viewers, what did you see?
I liked the way he was bowling.
No, he's bad. He's bad.
Who was
The ball is in hand, Rohit Sharma. He's a batsman.
And what else? Did you see the number of fans there? I mean, and the passion for the fans and
Yes, a lot. I saw this one guy. He really was really obsessed with Rohit Sharma.
as in a fan. Okay, interesting. And what do you do? You live here in Melbourne?
Yes.
He's born here.
You going to school here? Your dad was just telling me that you want to be a YouTuber and somebody in the media. What's the plan? Okay.
You can be an Australian correspondent for F Sports.
Correct. At some point for sure. And are you
Actually,
coming?
we are neighbor of Shubham Gill, so she misses Virat Kohli and all that. So we are next town to Shubham Gill.
Brilliant. And are you coming for the test match?
Yes. Now we're coming. Not Boxing Day, the next day.
Oh, okay. On the 27th.
Yeah.
And what's your name, please?
Anayat.
So there you go. Anayat, who was here for the practice. This is fandom. This is the intensity. She's the future Indian fan. That's why Indian cricket is in safe hands. Wherever India travels, whichever part of the world India travels to, the diaspora is the one that backs the team. Thank you very much for joining me. Thanks a lot. Beautiful. Yeah. All the best to you. We'll finish it off in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my
Takeaway. So takeaway number 3 for me was Jasprit Bumrah in the nets.
Come.
Boria, that is, that's the difference. Bumrah next to the nets. Before Bumrah came on, the likes of Harshit Rana, Akashdeep, Prasidh Krishna, we saw a lot of these bowlers bowling, including the throwdowns. So the Indian batters were facing quite a lot of throwdowns and good quality fast bowling. The moment Bumrah comes on Boriada in the nets, even with the Indian batters, it's a completely different picture. We saw Rahul get into a shell. We saw Virat get into a shell. We saw Rohit get into a shell at some point of time as well. So it was amazing to see Jasprit Bumrah.
All of us will be.
It was amazing to see Jasprit Bumrah ball in the nets. That's my number 3 takeaway. Mama can take number 4. So we are highlighting. Yeah, please have it. So Gargi, your takeaway number 4 from Indian nets. We listed 3.
I don't remember watching anything else because I had to write that piece and everything.
Okay, so my two
whatever I
takeaways.
saw,
My two
yeah.
takeaways. One, I was standing right behind Rohit Sharma and trying to watch, and every time there was a full pitched ball, he was trying to leave outside off, full pitch outside off, leave, and he was trying to focus, not go hard. He was taking throwdowns, not batting against any of the faster bowlers, but taking throwdowns. That was my observation of Rohit Sharma. Coming to Ravindra Jadeja, who I actually had a brief because I was standing right behind, and Jaddu and I are very good friends. So he said, "Arey bhai sahab," and then he was looking good with the bat. For me, he was there. He was right there. Some of them are saying about Ravindra Jadeja. Ravindra Jadeja is one of your better batters in this Indian team on form, also in terms of confidence. Someone asked about that conversation with Siraj. That's actually my takeaway, because this is the ground that made the narrative of Mohammad Siraj. Last time round, it was his debut game. Mohammad Siraj had lost his father a month back. He did not have the chance to mourn. It was COVID. He did not have the chance to go back. And when he led the Indian attack in Melbourne, there was no Mohammad Shami. So it was Mohammad Siraj who had to lead that attack. And going into the Brisbane Test match, all of us remember, he was the pick of the pack. And today I actually was telling him, I said, जब वो bowling mark पर खड़े रहोगे ना, तो याद करना, this is what you had done for your dad. And he said, भाई साहब दुआ. I said, यार वो याद करना, that this is for your dad. Trust you me, the Mohammad Siraj narrative was constructed, made here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. And this is the stadium that has given you a kind of identity that you now stand on. The Mohammad Siraj story. Imagine a man from Hyderabad, imagine his background, holding the tricolour and leading the team's march in Brisbane. Picture postcard India for me. Secular India, not the toxic India that you see at 9 p.m. TV. Not the toxic India which is divided along communal lines. Not the toxic India that has many fissures, but the India of our dreams, where a Hyderabadi Muslim no longer is a Muslim or a Hindu. He is an Indian leading the charge in an away land where he doesn't speak the language of that particular land. How does it matter? Facing racist chants, facing boos, Mohammad Siraj stood up to build a story of his own, and that is what he needs to do here at the MCG. If he's able to do that, if he's able to recreate 2021, Gargi, history can be created.
We have a visual of Rohit interacting with fans.
Okay, so here's some special visuals of Rohit Sharma interacting with fans, which we are going to play. Devashish Sen brings to you these visuals from the Indian practice session. Devashish is trying to sneak peek into the frame. But here's what we have here. Special visuals. Devashish will talk over them. Where are the visuals? Devashish, ball baba. Okay. Devashish is still having his seat. And then you see he's at the top. Rohit Sharma interacting. So, okay, let me give you an idea. It's like the first floor of a kind of a balcony. And you are looking down from the first floor balcony, and that's where the Indian team is practicing. So you can see all the Indian players and Rohit Sharma kind of had an interaction with the fans in there. Plenty more stories coming on board. Plenty more stories. There you can see Rohit Sharma looking up in the dark, looking at the fans. What is that? Ah, nice. somebody could have dropped the jersey. This lady, wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful. So the lady had his name. Unfortunately, Krishna did not get it back. Krishna did not get her photograph with him. China was football promised to get it back. But there you go. This is a bad gesture. Somebody was very nice of that. Okay.
All the best. Welcome back, Jeetana. Ammu madutunu. All the best.
रोहित मैंने कुछ नहीं किया रोहित मैंने कुछ नहीं किया
भाई बच्चे के लिए येलो बॉल प्लीज Thank you, man. Yellow ball. Thank you, bye. My daughter's waiting. Please.
Ammu madutunu. All the best.
रोहित मैंने कुछ नहीं किया रोहित मैंने कुछ नहीं किया
Congratulations for your new ball. Thank you. रोहित भाई बच्चे के लिए येलो बॉल Thank you, bye. My daughter's waiting. Please.